In today's episode, we're exploring an abandoned tuberculosis sanatorium that dates back over a century ago. When it was built, it was one of the largest sanatoriums in the United States. In the 1940s, antibiotics had developed to a point where tuberculosis was a curable disease, and in the following decades, most sanatoriums across the country would shut down, including this one. Now, we're venturing inside to discover what's left.
So this was a tuberculosis hospital, so they had a lot of windows because a view, a nice breeze was thought to help cure it, which also exposes us a lot while we're exploring. Yeah. But it also gives a nice atmosphere. Yeah. Which was the point of it.
We're surrounded by active roads, though, in an active hospital complex.
Yeah. So we have to be careful.
We do have to keep our voices down.
And then there's a lot of openings because of that reason. Seems like there's some furniture left.
Yeah.
Old desks.
It's all just sort of thrown about, though.
Yeah. Like a light fixture with the glass still on it. And some chairs, just chilling in the hallway. Look, they have little lights above each room.
Those are like the things they have in modern hospitals, but just a very old version of it. There's restraints on that chair.
Looks more like a seatbelt, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just a seatbelt. Not actually that sinister.
That's an old-looking wheelchair, though.
Yeah.
Solid wood. No cushions, nothing. So, the tuberculosis section of the hospital closed down in 73, which around 75 is when these were fully decommissioned.
There's some old text on the doors here.
Oh, yeah.
Hand-painted.
Interesting.
There is a basement, but we're going to go up first. Do you know what I was told?
These are cool.
Yeah, you know what I was told, though?
What?
That the two middle buildings are the boring ones. And we're in one of the middle buildings
But
now.
this is still cool.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see the outer ones.
Old lights. Oh, look at that. You can see it's a Frenzel lens in there. An old elevator floor indicator. One of the ones with the arrows that move.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
I love those. I got to see that.
Guess there was another elevator door back here where it says Shaftway. The ceiling is just caving in.
Yeah, it's not the actual ceiling, though. It's just like a layer of,
That's
you know,
the
just
ceiling,
a surface
not the roof.
thing. Yeah.
The ceiling is gone up here.
It's just a thin layer, though, peeling down.
That's part of the floor of the next.
Oh, is it really?
I think so.
Yeah, but like the floors are good still.
Yeah.
This is just like old-fashioned drop ceiling. This is a different stairwell. This one looks like it was added well after. Probably when fire codes got more stringent.
This is the top floor.
The details, though, are so cool. The seashells.
There's people on the wall over here.
Yeah, did you see all the seashells, too?
Yeah.
It's really cool. Wow, there's more vegetation on the top floor than on the lower floors. The architecture in here is so cool. It doesn't even feel like a hospital. It feels more like a vintage beachside hotel. Just look at all the detail in here. Copper roofs. Turned blue.
Yeah, there's tunnels.
Okay, cool. Oh, the elevator motor is down at the bottom. Let's go this way first.
Okay.
Old circuit breaker?
Yeah. Old power distribution. It's chilly in here.
Is that the next building?
Yep.
Oh, this one has more stuff. I see a piano already. You see catheterization tray?
Yep.
Right there.
That's where they all were. Sterile fluids, catheters.
Urinary drainage tubes and bags. A lot of fun stuff.
This building has quite a bit left. There's patient information from 1965.
That's their name.
They're long dead though.
This is like a whole biography about them.
Mm-hmm.
Their daughter called asking about their mother's condition. Her height. She says she is the old-fashioned type, has blue eyes and glasses.
Look at this. Date of admission.
1934.
1934.
This is really interesting stuff. I'm sure in that filing cabinet there's even more of these. Somewhere around here. Even her dental records are in here. That piano is done. Oh, this whole room is full of files. Like the whole room. It's crazy.
Vanity mirrors.
Older wheelchairs are a lot more narrow than new wheelchairs. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
New wheelchairs are huge compared to these. These are cool. Old sewing machines.
Wow. Yeah.
The patients probably would have used these as like
Something to do.
recreation. You know, a bunch of grandmas. Because it was senior care here, even back in the day, right? Towards the end,
yes. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure if they used these buildings for senior care, but They could have just put them in here.
Yeah. Well, even if they weren't seniors, normal patients could have
They were older
learned
tuberculosis
to
patients, yeah.
sew. Not sure what this was.
Yeah, I don't know what those were.
It has a milliamperes gauge.
Could be old x-ray equipment, because I think this is an x-ray light board, but before like fluorescents were used.
Oh, here's another one. I think it was an x-ray machine. It says this equipment is dangerous to both patient and operator unless safe exposure factors are observed.
Another one of these wheelchairs without the wheels.
This looks really interesting. There is some kind of a symbol here. You know, oh, it says K-E-L-E-K-E-T. The Kellicat Company manufactured X-ray equipment, such as this examination table. Given the streamlined modern styling, it likely dates back to the 1930s or 40s. Probably would have controlled the motor. Yeah, this floor has a lot less on it already. This chair has migrated on its own to a prime just chillin' spot. Definitely was not placed there by a photographer. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, large institutions were being built all over the world to house tuberculosis patients. Since no cure was known, the idea was to create a pleasant environment where patients would have the best chances of healing naturally. Therefore, sanatorium architecture was often grand and detailed, with large windows to let in natural light and many balconies where patients could get fresh air. As it turns out, none of this was really that effective in treating tuberculosis. However, the sanatoriums did help contain the spread of the disease by isolating afflicted patients away from the general population.
This is probably where the top goes to.
I bet all these went up, but someone cut it.
Yeah.
Right here. Someone cut it.
I wonder why they cut it.
It's probably live. Look at the cobweb.
Let's get away from the active shit.
There's so much in here.
Wow.
That's an active building right there, though. Could get seen if we stick around in here too long.
Okay. I haven't seen anyone go by.
Here's the dental equipment, though.
Yeah. Well, take a look in here.
All right, be careful if you see somebody in that hallway over there. There's some cool in this room. this be an old calculator? All the buttons are jammed.
Wow. They really left it like this? Look at this.
Those restraints on the bed are cool.
Oh, yeah, you want to get in them?
No. It says third floor geriatrics. Oh, there's more of those hair drying chairs. This is definitely the best building so far.
Mm-hmm. It's like, just how old this stuff is so cool.
You don't see anything that looks like this
in, the
in
past,
a modern hospital.
This stuff's like nothing newer than the past 5 decades is in here. This is all 50 plus years old.
Yeah. It's as old as this camera.
This is from the 70s. It might be older in here.
Yeah, it could be. But this place closed in the 70s, so it's at least as old as that camera.
We can put this right in here and it'll belong.
Yeah.
Guess we'll leave it, right?
Second floor has some good stuff too. There's a bed down there.
Look at these old bottles. Probably medicines in them at one point.
Oh yeah. There's stuff. More beds with restraints on them. What are these handles on the crib for?
I don't know. Hanging stuff? Like a...
They look like hand handles, though.
They do.
I'm not sure.
So the baby can do some pull-ups. Oh, what the fuck is that?
This thing is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
There's red in it.
It looks like the thing in Harry Potter that they track the points with.
Yeah, that's weird. What is that?
It says caustic on the side.
What is that red?
I don't know. This is crazy, though. I've never seen anything like this. Is this even a medical device?
I don't know. Some creepy looking.
This is like mad scientist stuff.
There's just tubes connected to it over here. Oh, we're stepping on this orange. Whatever it is.
It's all over the floor here. The one on the right is like that color one.
This is like a sensor connection for whatever that's in there. This side had more yellowy.
Yeah.
This side is like shiny, like moist.
The stuff could be really dangerous.
Could be.
I have no idea what it is. If you think going to the hospital is scary today, just imagine what it was like to go to the hospital in this time.
Yeah. This looks strangely familiar. It's almost like the floor below us was set up the same way.
top floor had all the ornate details. I love how copper looks once it's turned blue.
Oh yeah.
Really cool.
It's bricked off over there. Yeah, that's sealed there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's stuff in the basement in this one.
Whoa.
That's a good sign if even the basement has stuff. Holy cow. Oh. It's like a whole laboratory in here.
Jeez. Some pretty
Any tuberculosis samples? HNO3 plus 3 HCl. I'll have to look up that and see what it is. There's that vintage font I love. I'll have to find out what that font is. Old refrigerators in here.
Sears branded refrigerator. There's people right outside here. Do they see you? Sketchy. Look at this place is wall to wall, interesting stuff.
wow. These full of like examination beds. And who knows what this shit is covered in plastic.
There's that minty blue color again. I think that color was seen as like sterile back in the day. That answers that question about what these were. Electrically cooled oxygen tent. That kind of raises a lot more questions though. These oxygen tents were used to create a high oxygen environment for patients to breathe in. Nowadays, nasal tubes are a much more practical way of achieving the same effect.
This looks like a old x-ray machine of some kind. Urological table.
That doesn't sound fun. There's charts on that thing, on the spools. Does it say anything on it about what it is? Even a doctor would probably struggle to tell you what some of these things are.
A modern doctor.
Yeah, a modern doctor. Sani glass. I guess their glass was very sanitary. It's a heart rate and a temperature chart over time. Looks like daily. November 1965 and December. Looks like the building's starting to shift up here. Window frames all crooked. Joint intermittent compression unit.
The fittings are kind of messed up what they were doing there. It was something pneumatic.
At this point, we had covered all of the buildings we came to see, and it was time to head out. With the amount of vintage medical equipment in here, you could probably fill an entire museum. Many of the objects are so uncommon that when we searched the brand and model names on the internet, no results showed up. Redevelopment plans have been discussed for the buildings, but so far nothing has been put into motion. For now, the buildings and artifacts inside will continue to waste away.